Hello and welcome to an extra little bit of commentary here, and I want to be a voice of reason here. Now, I am someone who is looking forward to playing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I have not played it yet. However, as you can see right here, I do have the game. So, with that said, I want to address some of the criticism this game has by applying a bit of logic to it. Number one, a lot of folks are saying that Kevin Conroy's legacy of voicing the character of Batman was tarnished with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, to which I say that is utter nonsense. You want to know why it's nonsense? Because Kevin Conroy cashed the damn check. That's right. Kevin Conroy's voice lines for Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League were recorded long before he passed away. So they were recorded and ready, and then eventually put in with the footage of the cutscenes and everything. So he had the opportunity to turn down the role. He didn't have to reprise the role of Batman because Batman, the Arkham series of video games version of Batman, was effectively killed off at the end of Arkham Knight, right? So Kevin Conroy didn't have to return to the role, but he was clearly approached. He got the script. He had and he was able to see like what was involved for his character. He thought, okay, cool. He signed the contract. He recorded the lines. He was given a check. He took the said check to his bank. He cashed the check or deposited the check or, wire transfers or whatnot. We all, whoever, how the hell that is work. Fact is, he got paid. And guess what? If the man himself was totally cool with being paid for recording the lines and his participation of contributing to the end, to having an official definitive end that can easily be retconned to based on the footage and playthroughs I've been seeing on Twitch is by any indication. Then it's like the legacy is fine. And he gets a definitive end, and not to mention all that, it's not the first time he voiced it. He voiced when Batman gets killed. For crying out loud, he voiced Batman in the animated film adaptation of the terrible Frank Miller story, The Dark Knight Returns. All right, if he lend his voice to that piece of to that piece of literary garbage being being adapted into a film form, this is it's like okay, there's this as well. So there's the Suicide Squad there. So yeah. Now, from a conceptual standpoint of the issue people are having of the character of Batman being killed off by the likes of Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, and Deadshot, to which I say, get over it. It's not that serious. Y'all people are making the people who whined and cried about Joel getting what he deserved in The Last of Us Part 2 seem almost normal. Because when you really think about it, if there is one superhero in all of DC, all of Marvel, in all of Image Comics, Valiant Comics, and straight on down the line, Malibu Comics, let's not forget them. And if there's one character that deserves to meet an end at the quality of villains that are available within the context of the narrative as we know it to be, it's Batman. Especially when you figure that the primary villains that one would assume would do it have kind of already been dealt with in the prior games. Like Joker is dead in the Arkham universe, right? Penguin is like almost persona non grata. But by the time of like Arkham Knight rolls around, let's see. Bane is kind of like Bane couldn't really do it beforehand. You really think you're gonna buy him at this point doing it? Riddler, maybe, but again, like almost like no point of it being the Riddler at this point. Uh, Poison Ivy, again, no point because Poison Ivy was really like almost dealt with, in a permanent fashion in the prior games. But when you think about it, who has a story arc? Who would have the most resentment? Who would definitely have deserved basically be the right person for it? It is Harley Quinn. Especially when you go through the story, follow the narrative of her that she has through the previous 3-4 games, if you're counting Origins. Half y'all don't, half y'all do, half y'all don't. But by and large, Harley kind of really is the right person for the job, to put down Batman. So again, my personal opinion on that. But there is really no one better, especially if you're having the whole task force esque a Suicide Squad concept being rolled around with this. Again, Harley is the right person for the job. But I know a lot of folks are going to say, well, Batman wouldn't lose to them if he has the prep time. Yeah, prep time. And if he's not under the influence of the likes of Brainiac, all right? Batman may be quite impressive in dealing with things and planning for any eventuality, but if there's one thing that is kind of common in comic books, in particular, when you get a group of villains together to have a common goal, for 9 times out of 10, they are going to accomplish their goal, or if it wasn't for some bullshit reason, that to make sure that the heroes are victorious in the end, the villains generally are successful. Matter of fact, there is a great episode of Justice League Unlimited. It's the episode where Flash has the Flash Appreciation Day, and Batman and Orion are kind of like palling around, and 4 members of Flash's Rogue Gallery start figure that, hey, they'll work together to try and take down the Flash on his biggest day. The Trickster kind of gets kicked out of it, or doesn't, or his plan does not really get factor in. But the other villains, band together, the other 3 villains, and they manage to take down the likes of the Flash. All right. And the Flash, by all accounts, is actually smarter than Batman, is much more powerful than Batman, and doesn't really have the most impressive rogues gallery, but he can. If 3 if 3 C tier level villains can take down the Flash, then 1 B tier, 1 C tier, and 2 D tier villains can more likely take down a hampered Batman. All right, it's simple as that. Simple logic applying from the comic book universe via the DC animated universe applying to the Arkham video game universe here. But you know what? There you go. So yeah, those are just my thoughts and opinions. And again, I'm very much looking forward to playing Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League down the road. And why? Because it reminds me of the gameplay footage. Reminds me a lot about games I thoroughly enjoy, like in particular Agents of Mayhem. So with that in mind, again, I'm excited to eventually play it. But I of course wanted to record this video just to provide a different point of view than the typical ones that you're getting regarding how Batman gets his just desserts, his justified just desserts, mind you, in within the concept of this rather fun looking game. Anyway, with that said, tighten your friendship bracelets, stay safe, have a good one. We'll see ya in the next video.